Okay, yes, I understand what you're saying now. So, yes, web development is what I do to a certain degree. I run a web design company, and in that company, I use web designers, user interface designers, for example, who create the designs for a website. I also use web developers, full stack web developers generally, who can write the back end and front end code for a website. So, a web developer is someone that writes code that builds the actual website. A user interface designer is somebody who designs the actual elements of the website, the actual designs of the website itself, how the website's going to look, and the elements on the page. So user interface design is really focused on how the website looks and how it functions. Essentially, you're doing the design of the website. UX, user experience design, is more focused on how your website solves a problem and how the customer's journey through your website actually works, how it comes about. A good example of the difference between the two, and you see this all the time, is that a website might look really nice. You might look at that and think, wow, the designs are great, it looks really fantastic. So the user interface design has been really great. Visually, aesthetically, it's very pleasing. You want to use the website. However, actually the customer journey through the website when you're using the website is not very useful. It's not very intuitive. You can't find the information that you want on the website. You click on things and they don't really take you where you want to go, or you feel like there should be a button, a link, an option that takes you somewhere, but it just doesn't exist. So the actual user journey hasn't been thought through. You see this a lot on websites where they've got some really nice designs. Aesthetically, they look great, but the actual customer journey, the user experience, is actually very poor, and that side of it needs to be rethought. So why is it that a lot of websites don't look fantastic and have fantastic user experience? Well, a lot of the time that's probably down to cost. You might find a user interface designer who's also really great at user experience design, or you may need to employ a user interface designer and user experience designer. Now, the more time you spend designing and researching and conducting user experience research studies, the more time you spend doing that, the more expensive it gets. This is why sometimes when people or companies have a website built, it can cost £50,000, £75,000, £100,000 to have a website built. This is where the money is going. You're doing a lot of work. It's not just a case of creating a logo and putting up a quick small website. Sometimes there can be a huge amount of work that needs to be done. So that's web development, UI design, UX design.